Southern California. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop. From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down. From the gun, it's Herbert. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Cameron Bynum.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Right to the air is Richardson. That's caught by the first-round pick, Tyler Warren. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 33 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown Colts. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Latu there to bring him down. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. Pistol here for Herbert. To the middle of the field, he's got Johnston. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 16 on that connection, and the Chargers have the first down. Now a play fake. Herbert. Open man downfield is Conklin. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, L.A. They'll try the right side now with Hampton. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now it's Herbert. This is caught at 2. To the goal line and in. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown Chargers. His 4th TD grab of the season. Dicker good with the extra point. And the Chargers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Flushed to his left. He'll take off again. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Left side, that is caught by Warren. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the gun, Richardson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. That one complete to Pierce. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. We're back in Southern California in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And the Colts are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Looks like a design run here with Richardson. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Tuipulotu getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on 3rd and goal following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Herbert. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He gets this one complete to Johnston. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. On the give, here's Hampton. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Charger first down. On play action, it's Herbert. Got his man at the 6. And they're gonna get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Herbert, exiting the pocket right. That is caught side of the end zone. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown Chargers. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Dicker good with the extra point. And the Chargers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Richardson. On the run to the right. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
Little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On second down, Richardson. Throwing over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. Looking to throw, Richardson. Moving outside the pocket. Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That is brought in at the 10. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Now it is 1st and goal. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Richardson gonna look to throw. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Here now, second down and goal. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. This throw right side pulled in by Pittman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Richardson.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson. Forced to his right. He'll run again. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. Now Richardson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Colts 1st down. Here's Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Indianapolis.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on 3rd downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves 1st and goal.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll let Richardson run this himself. And he will take it in himself. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Indianapolis. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Herbert now on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Going up top. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And he's in! Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Indy.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On the return, here comes Davis. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down is Herbert. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Herbert now on first down. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Pistol here for Herbert. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
They'll run with Hampton. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Throwing now is Herbert. Forced out wide. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On first down, it's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. A throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
On second down, Richardson. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays.
That is going to be Paul in. He's got it. Keandre Lambert-Smith. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing is Richardson. Flush to his right. Taking off. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Richardson. That one taken in by Mitchell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
A run, and this is Hampton. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And he will score again. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown Chargers. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This is 1st and 10. In motion comes Pittman. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 31 yards.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man downfield. It's Warren. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. Here's 1st down. From the gun, Richardson. Headed left, buying time. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll run here with Taylor. Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal. Second and goal. In motion comes Pittman. Look wide, get this one complete, and this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Shotgun now for Herbert. On the move left. Throwing downfield right side, and it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. This offense still has the one timeout to use. First and 10 coming up now. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out, and this game is over. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to force overtime. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. This one is good. Would you expect anything less from this game? We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown in the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. On first down, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. His fifth catch of the afternoon, good for a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, Hampton. Not much happening there, just a short gain. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Rolling right, and Herbert gonna slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. He'll look underneath here for Hampton, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, a run with Hampton. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Los Angeles. The kick is good, so an ideal start to this overtime, and now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. They'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Richardson to throw it here on first down. In trouble, and down he goes. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now Richardson. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's Richardson. And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.